Yeah, my normal day, if I were to wake up in the morning, I would wake up, have some kind of meal with my partner. I normally start my day with about an hour of exercise, usually a half an hour of yoga, a half an hour of either endurance or strength training. Um, get cleaned up. And then I usually start my day actually with administration, not with playing. It's one of those things that when you're doing something by yourself, like I mean, as a full-time musician, I would love to practice 8 hours a day, but 8 hours of dedicated practicing, not just noodling. Like I'm working on specific things for specific goals. I My normal day was I would do an hour to 2 hours of administration and marketing and planning, to try to because playing is one thing, getting out there in the world and being able to use that craft to make a living is another thing, because a lot of independents, I have a small team that I work with for some of my marketing, but a lot of my I found I'm pretty good at getting good work, so I've kept a lot of that I do myself. I would try to put in between a couple of different instruments. I've got I play a lot of piano and I play a lot of guitar mostly, and I sing. So I would try to put in the afternoon, kind of block out my time for specific things that I was trying to accomplish. So if I've got a big show coming up and I know I've got these songs that I really need to have solid, I would block out, let's say, an hour for that. I try to block out time for creativity as well. Some time to work on, like I said, furthering the craft, because there's always something with music that you can work on to improve. Um, and I would, most of my afternoon up until about probably 3 or 4 o'clock would be a mixture of specific music specific for something that I have coming up that I'm working on, being creative, and also trying to build my skill on the instrument, whether it's voice or piano or guitar, and I would kind of rotate through that. In the early evenings, a lot of the time I would teach. I have students. I have about normally I'd have about 40 students a week, 30 to 40 students a week, and I would teach them between 4 and 8 or something like that on various days. And my evenings would consist of performing 3 to 5 days a week. And there is a little bit of, give and take and flex depending on what day it is. Like I try my very best to take Sundays off so I can spend time with my partner and with my family, and plan to have downtime, because that's important too. I for a long time, I have a workhorse in my nature, and I would just go, 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 go. But it is important to take time to reflect. It's important to take time to appreciate why you're doing this above and beyond the tasks themselves. In Now, in this kind of framework, I guess the post, or I guess current lockdown. My days are similar because I do a lot of my teaching through Zoom and Skype. I'm not doing as much performing, but I am doing some still. I have kept up a weekly open mic that I've been hosting through Zoom and broadcasting to Facebook, and I've been really happy about that because it gives our music community a chance to connect, and I've been able to get on performers from across the country as opposed to ones in our general area. I still teach, but my hours are a little bit more flexible based on what my students are available for, because I don't leave the house unless I'm going for a walk right now, or getting out of the house to just to get some fresh air. So now, but I find when you're at home, and this is what a lot of people who don't work from home aren't familiar with, you really need, it's very easy to waste time. It's so easy to just go do the dishes or just putter. I find it's so easy to putter. So what I try to do is when I look at my day, I will block out my day to things I want to accomplish and times I want to do them at. Like I'm looking at my schedule right now from here until about 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, and this is one of many things on my daily list, but in a very good way. And it's like, okay, because I've blocked out this time, that's great. So I've committed to that. Now I just have to make sure that I use the time in there well. So, I try to do things as distraction free as I can, have specific goals for what I want to do, because I know a lot of guitar players who would sit down to practice and they sit there just noodling for an hour. And it's like, well, you didn't actually accomplish anything because you weren't pushing yourself to be better.